What's up, guys? How you doing today? You rocking out with the one and only PhillyDom. I'm out here maxing and relaxing in El Salvador, bringing you guys some good, content, letting you see the everyday life out here in El Salvador. But today we're doing this live about Amazon with Master Wayne. He should be coming on the live pretty soon to talk about opening your own online store for Amazon. He's been in the business like 9 years, 8 or 9 years. He's been in the business. Working with Amazon, so he knows the ins, the outs, and the ends. And he's here to help people that are interested in making money, as far as extra money, or this could be a full-time job. So we're waiting for Master Wayne to come on, and he's gonna teach you guys about Amazon. I see him in the background. Let me put him in. Hold on. I see him in the back. I see him backstage. Hold on. There we go. Master Wayne is live with us right now. What's going on? Can you hear me loud and clear? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. How's everything out there in the Dominican Republic for you?
Another day in paradise.
That's all right. That's glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So we're gonna let Master Wayne do what he do, and he can explain the Amazon process to you and working online, having your own online business with Amazon. So take it from here, Master Wayne. Is all on you now.
All right. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and I will take it away.
Okay, I see that you did. I'll put it on a full screen. Okay, you got the full screen. It's all on you.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Spencer. How you doing, Spence? I see KY. What's going on, KY? David, what's going on, man? I see all you guys tuning in, man. He's just setting up real quick. Master Wayne is setting everything up. Hold on, guys. He's just putting everything together. I'm glad to hear people having a blessed day. That's cool. Give him a minute to put everything together.
Sir. All right. Go ahead and confirm that you can see my screen.
I can. It's black right now. I can see the screen. It says Master Wayne, FBA course. Yeah, I see you.
All right. Appreciate you as always, PhillyDom.
No problem. Do your thing, my brother.
All right. So my name is Wayne McShay, and I started off as an Amazon seller 9 years ago. And started off with a private label. And as soon as I started making some money, one of the first things I did was in 2015, I took a trip to Medellin, Colombia, and I went for 3 months. And while there, I met a guy from Arizona. His name was Luke Jordan. And Luke Jordan had just question after question for me. And the question he asked me at the time that stuck in my mind that I never forgot was, he said, okay, so you're selling your own private label product on Amazon, but can you sell the other tens of millions of products that Amazon sells? And at the time, I had no idea. I didn't even know logistically how I would go about doing so. And so, long story short, after 3 months was up, I came back home to the ATL, got on my computer, and I became obsessed with that and working 8 hours a day to try and figure it out. And so it took me 3.5 years to actually put together a full and complete system. I had to test out hundreds of softwares because I had to do everything manually. Back at that time, there was no software, so everything had to be done manually, and it was like a full-time job. So over the next 3.5 years, I just kept at it, testing out one software after another until finally I had put together a complete business model for what is now known as online arbitrage. And I've mastered it. I have over 50 clients now, and I'm going to take on another 50 clients before I call it quits. And then that's it. So I want to help 100 people get to where they need to be on Amazon to become professional Amazon sellers, because if you don't know it, Amazon is taking over the globe. I mean, they're already in 14, 15 different countries, and they're just expanding the operation into every facet of our lives. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the presentation. So the first thing I want to stress, which I cannot stress enough, is that 90% of all startups fail. And so there's just no way around that. So, I'm going to train personally 100 people. I've already trained 50. And I had a discussion with all 50 of my clients. And I said, listen, guys, I'm really only expecting for 5 of you guys to succeed at this. And in terms of a difficulty level, I used to say that Amazon is a 10 out of 10, but in actuality, it's more like a 7 or 8 out of 10. And the reason why I've downgraded it to 7 or 8 is because, I'm a military veteran and I've been to war. And when you step on the battlefield, they tell you that statistically, your life expectancy is just a couple of seconds. So in terms of a difficulty level, going to war is a 10 out of 10. Amazon would be more like a 7 or 8 on a difficult scale. Or even if you're a police officer, where someone would rather kill you than go to jail, then I would say a police officer has a difficulty job of a 10 out of a 10. But Amazon is a nice 8, 7 out of 10. So it is difficult, but that's what I'm here for. Think of me as your trainer, but we're not training in the gym. I'm training you in Amazon. I already did it. I'm in immaculate shape. You can see the muscles, you can see the cut, you can see that I've been putting in work for years. And that's the same thing I've been doing on Amazon. I've been putting in work for 9 years now. I'm an expert at every facet of Amazon. Private label, retail arbitrage, where you go into the stores, online arbitrage, where you actually just do all your shopping right from the comfort of your laptop. And I'm also an expert in going and amassing distributors and getting wholesale deals. Even if you want to just sell name brand items like Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Champs, Under Armour, Puma, whatever, Michael Kors, I can show you how to get ungated just to sell those brands alone. And if you undergo that process, then it turns out to be easier because the work that you have to put in is all in the beginning. Once you get it set up and you get distributor reseller deals with these corporate brands, then all you really have to do is just keep your inventory in stock. So you might send in 30 pair of shoes to Nike, and then they'll sell, because usually they sell by almost 1,000 times a month. And once you sell your 30 and you make all your profit, the only thing you'll have to do is send in 30 more, and you'll do that every single month. And that's how so many people make a lot of money with Amazon. But I'm going to teach you many different facets of the business, and then you can choose which avenue is best for you and your business. All right, so before we get started, I want to emphasize that if you're barely getting by or you're already under financial stress, then this may not be the business for you. I apologize for that in advance, but we all have to start somewhere, and I can go back to maybe around 2000, 2010, 2010, 2011, where after I put $10 in my gas tank, that's it. I was broke. I didn't even have $1 to go and get myself a soda from the gas station. So I had to budget my money, to it lasted towards the end of the week. So, if I've been in that position, I'm assuming some of you might actually be in that position right now. If you're around the same age I was back then, I'm now 49. And so those days are well behind me. And I'm hoping that I can put you in a position to get those days behind you too. So there is no easy button. Remember, this is a 7 out of 8, 7, 8 out of a 10. So there is some steps, but I'm going to be walking you through. You'll have 24-hour contact with me. You can ask me all your questions just with a message app through WhatsApp, or you can email me, Facebook, Instagram. And, you have to be in the mindset where you can't make excuses first and ponder solutions second. You have to ponder your solutions first and make excuses secondary, or not make excuses at all. So you have to be solution oriented. And four, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is Amazon. It's the largest retailer on the planet. I don't have to introduce you to the company or explain anything about the company. I just want you to know that wealth has to be accumulated, and this is a fantastic avenue in order to do so. And last but not least, if you have poor management skills, but you got the money, then I can probably help you, because I'm going to teach you the management skills you need to set up a business correctly. And I'm going to go on that a little bit later. And then, how to manage your money and teach you better financial literacy. All right. So I really break down that there's only 4 types of people. The first type of person has no job. That was me back in 2010, mismanaging my money. If I had income, but I didn't have a job because I was a veteran, so I wasn't working. I was just getting that veteran money every month. But, I had all my time, but I didn't have a passport, so I wasn't traveling, and the money never lasted me the entire month. So it was always a struggle. The second person is the person with a 9-to-5 who has no time. And, maybe they travel around the country for work, but they don't have a passport to travel outside the country. And, because they're working, they have that constant influx of money to keep them moving, but they just don't have the time to enjoy it. Number 3, the self-employed person. Almost no time because they're dedicating all their time to their business. However, they do have the opportunity to travel and move about with freedom, as they wish, because they're not tied to a 9-to-5. And last but not least, they also have the money. Now, if you're a business owner, you have somebody working for you, or your business is working for you. Therefore, you have the time, you can travel, and you have the money. And this is where I am. And so regardless of which one of these levels you are currently sitting in, I want to move you to the business owner position. And when I say that, what I'm going to do is not only am I going to train you on how to properly become an Amazon seller and crush it, by the way, but I'm also going to do something for you that no one has ever done. And I'm going to touch bases on that briefly right now. And that is, I'm going to properly set you up for success. And that involves, 1, taking everything out of your government name and transferring it over to a business. Nothing should be in your government name, not your car, your house, not your credit, no trade lines, nothing. Everything should be in your business. And I'll go into this a little bit later, but basically, I'm going to teach you how to properly set up an LLC, and then how to take that LLC and get your business license, get your tax identification number, also known as an EIN number or an employee identification number. Then I'm going to teach you how business checking account, so you can put all the money that you make into that account. And then I'm going to teach you how to get your Dun & Bradstreet number. I know some of you probably never even heard of a Dun & Bradstreet number, but don't worry about that. I got you. And then, of course, last but not least, I'm going to show you how to go to the Department of Revenue in the state that you live and get your tax use certificate or your reseller's permit. And I'll break that down a little bit later on the presentation so you'll know what that incorporates. But then once you have your business properly set up, I'm going to, if you walk into a bank might loan you $5, $10, $15, $20,000. But if you have your business set up the way I just described, you can walk into that same bank and walk out with $250,000 in business funding or more. And then once I show you how to get business funding, I'm then going to have you hire a grant writer, and every single week your grant writer will have one job. And that one job is to apply for grants every single week. And after a whole year, your grant writer should have applied for 54 grants for you. Will you get all 54? I doubt it. But 5 or 6 could change your life. So all you need is a success ratio of 10%, and you'll have enough money that you'll never have to repay to pay off all your business funding. And then not only will your personal credit be debt free, but your business is debt free, and you'll have a few $100,000 to pour into your Amazon business and operate at the same level that I'm currently operating. All right. So you probably didn't notice, but the 9 largest retailers in the United States are Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, CVS, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, Kroger, and Best Buy. Now, these 9 retailers combined in the United States are worth a little over $1 trillion. But what makes this really so unique is Amazon is actually larger than all 9 of these retailers put together. So now, if it haven't clicked in your head yet, now you're starting to really see the power of what Amazon truly is. They are a downright behemoth. And so Amazon by itself is worth 1.4 trillion. And to put that into perspective, here's Amazon sitting at 1.4 trillion, and then the next closest competitor being Walmart at 339 billion. Now, I've traveled to 41 states, and I personally thought that Amazon was larger. That Walmart was larger than Amazon, because no matter where I traveled to, there was a Walmart. And if you go from one city in that state to the next city, or sometimes it's one town to the next town, there was a Walmart. So with my ignorance and just using my eyes, I thought that Walmart was a much bigger company than Amazon, but I couldn't have been more wrong, and I'm glad that I was wrong. All right, so when you become a professional Amazon seller, that gives you access to 100 fulfillment centers worldwide. So that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be purchasing products in advance, sending those products into Amazon fulfillment centers around the world, and utilizing Amazon's global distribution network. I was on training a client today. His name is Thomas. What's up, Thomas? I hope that you're on right now. And I was showing him a pair of Adidas. So he purchased 2 pairs of those Adidas. They were tennis shoes for women today. And I showed him, how to go through the whole process of purchasing them. And then I showed him how these same shoes are also selling in different marketplaces around the world. So I showed him France, and I showed him the United Kingdom. And when we looked at the marketplaces in France and the United Kingdom, there was no one on these listings. Zero, no competition. And they were selling anywhere from 5 times a month upwards to 11 times a month. So obviously he would not only be able to sell these in the United States, but he would also be able to sell these in France or the United Kingdom or Canada. So that's the same thing I'm going to be walking you through. And that's the power of a global distribution network. And Amazon also gives you access to 15 sorting centers worldwide, and they just sort of sort your products and make sure that everything's going to the right place. All right, so what Amazon actually does is not only does it allow you to work with them and they do all the manual labor for your business, but they give you the capacity to reach customers in 185 countries. And if you Google how many countries there are in the world, if we minus Ukraine out the picture, then there would be 194. But as far as I know, Ukraine is still viable, so it's 195. All right, so a little history, because I know some people might, well, nah, this is illegal, it's a scam, you can't do this, or you're gonna get arrested. I've heard it all, but all you really have to do is just think about it for a hot second. And the first thing I want you to think about is, how many products do you order from Amazon every week? Put in the chat how many products you yourself or somebody, how many products they order from Amazon every single week. And then what I'm going to tell you is that if you just would have just thought about it for a while and you reverse that process, and instead of you ordering a product every couple of days, a week from Amazon, what if you sent in a product to sell on Amazon a few times a week? So instead of you now spending money, you're now making money. And this is what I teach you how to do. And so it's not rocket science. You just need somebody to walk you through the whole process from setup to ordering your products to the finished product. So this is what I'm going to do. And of course, it gives you access to 51% of the planet. And so, as you know, a lot of people shop on Amazon. There's over 8 billion people on the planet. So over 4 billion people shop on Amazon, right? And so another brief history lessons. If you go back to when Amazon started, most of you know that Amazon started off by selling books. And this was in the infancy of the internet. And so what happened was when the internet was getting started, online universities started to pop up. You know, every single week there was a new online university. I think Phoenix Online University was one of the first ones. And this put a lot of brick and mortar universities out of business, like Morris Brown in the HBCU in Atlanta, Georgia, a historic Black college and university, lost accreditation, out of business, you know, because of the advent of online university and the internet. And so what happened was now there was a plethora of books available. And what Amazon did, it was like, okay, we want, you know, you to grab up all these books that you can find and, you know, send them into Amazon, and we'll let you sell those books on our platform. And once it sells, then you keep what is left over as profit. And so Amazon did this for a couple of years, and then they realized that not only could they do this with books, but that they could do this with just about everything that's sold on the planet. I believe somebody told me recently that Amazon is now even selling tiny houses. And so literally everything. When people ask me what I sell on Amazon, I tell them everything from the cradle to the grave, from the time you're born to the time that you die. All right. So this right here is just an overview of my spreadsheet. And this is what you'll see when you join the course, and you know, you'll have these products spoon-fed to you, so you won't have to go out and look for products every single day. So as you can see, let's use this fourth one for the example. So right here in the number 4th spot, you can purchase this for $44.98, right? And then you can sell it on Amazon for approximately $113.02. So that means your profit margin is going to be $39.90. And then your return on investment is 89 cents. There are only 2 FBM sellers and 4 FBA sellers. And then when you look over here, you can even see the historical pricing data that for the last 120 days, this was $116.61. So when you look over here at the current price, you can see that, okay, it went down by, you know, a little over $3.59, but that's okay. Matter of fact, you know, by the time you ship your items into Amazon, these 6 sellers may be out of stock, or it may be like 8, 9, 10 sellers, but that's no problem, because what you're going to do is you're going to match the buy box price, and so you'll be able to sell yours regardless. So you may not make this entire $39 in profit, but you will be profitable, and you'll be doing this every single day to start making money. All right, so here's a real world example. This is a Disney Plus monster toy. So you can grab this online from Target for $16.99, and you can see here that it sells 45 times per month. Your profit is about $22.71, and your return on investment is 133%. So buy it for $16.99, sell it for approximately $52.98, and you see I purchased 10, and voila, only 3 sellers. And so this person has 6 in stock. These 2 sellers both have 1 in stock. So together, combined, they have 8 in stock, and they're all merchant sellers, no prime sellers. What's the difference between prime seller and a merchant seller? Prime seller is what I'm going to teach you how to do, and that's shipping all your products directly into Amazon fulfillment centers. And so Amazon will check them into their inventory. They will go live on the Amazon Marketplace website for sale. And once it sells, Amazon will pick it, pack it, and ship it straight to your customer. They will handle all returns. They will handle customer service, or if the product arrives late to your consumer, or gets damaged in transit, or doesn't arrive at all, no problem. Amazon handles all of that liability for you. So once you ship it into Amazon, that's it. You're done. You're just waiting to get paid once it sells. All right. So this is an overview of all the information we just went over with this particular product. And you can see right here, the most important thing on this page is Amazon's fee of $13.14. So this is how it works. One, you order the product from Target for $16.99. You send it into Amazon. You attempt to sell it for $52.98. You might sell it for $42.98. You might sell it for $45. It's going to vary. But a lot of times you will be able to sell it for that exact price because that's what you're going to set your repricer at. So after you sell it for $52.98, Amazon takes out their fee of $13.14, and then they transfer over to your account $39.84 in cash money. So that means that you're automatically reimbursed for what you paid for the product. So you get that money back. And then on top of that, you got a profit of about $22.85. So you go right back in and you spend this $16.99 that Amazon gave you back, and you go buy another one. And then you got $22.85 profit, you know? So that's enough money to buy one ticket to the movie theater. No popcorn, no soda. That's it. Just one ticket to the movie theater. And that's matinee. Because as you know, the prices of everything is on the rise. Gas prices have doubled. The real estate market is collapsing, and everything, the price of everything is doubled. I'm sure if you've been to the grocery store, bread, milk, cereal, everything is going up. All right. So this was actually one of my best products for a while when I used to play around in the kiddie pool. And this is a quick electric toothbrush replacement head. So they're sold separately, but I bought 3 and bundled them together. So each one is sold separately for $5 a piece. So I buy 3 at a price of $15. I want to sell it for $48.20. I send it into Amazon, and if I sell it for $48.20, I'm looking at a profit of about $21.16, or a return on investment for my money paid of 141%. And think about when you put your money in the bank, or whether a 401k, or real estate, or whatever, or the Forex or stock market. You don't get 141% return on your investment in 30 days or less. It's almost unheard of in any other medium. You know, even if you were in the oil and gas business, you're going to make a lot of money in that business, but your return on investment isn't going to be as good as what Amazon is giving you for sending the products into them and selling them. All right, so next screen. This is actually inside of my Amazon account, and you can see when your orders are processing and you come in here, you'll see whether or not they're pending and whether or not they're complete. So I sold this one for $40.99, this one for $41.99, this one for $45, and this one for $45.65. All right, next screen, only 1 pending, but 4 complete. So I sold $45.75, $42.97, $45.99, $43.99, and then another $43.99. And on the last screen, I sold all 5 of them for $43.99. And so as you can see, the price will vary, but you're still going to be profitable. And you can see this order was canceled. That's no problem. Amazon sends that back to my inventory. And then, of course, I get to resell it again. Now, this right here breaks down the whole transaction. So I didn't make $21.17 profit. I made instead $17.52 profit. So my return on investment was $116. I purchased 15 of them. All right. So after purchasing 15 of them, my average selling price ended up being $44. So 5 times 44 is $660 in sales. Amazon takes out their fee of $172.25, and then that leaves me with $487.75. So that means that I got reimbursed for the $225 I spent to purchase all 15 of them. And then on top of that, Amazon's going to give me a nice little profit of $262.75. Now you can see right here, my price was $45.86, and you can see right here, I was in the number 6 position, and I sold everything except for one. So right here next to my number 6, you can see my price, $45.86, and I only had one left in stock. These two sellers had 4 in stock. They had 3, and the person in the second position had 33 in stock and a much cheaper price at $42.99. But that doesn't matter because Amazon's going to rotate everybody in and out of the buy box, so as long as your price is within 2% of the buy box. And as you can see, I was going up against 20 other sellers, and it was selling at this time 31 times per month. So it was selling at least 1 time a day, and everybody was still eating because Amazon sort of rotates you in and out of the buy box. This is another product of mine. It's a sewing machine, and you can pick this up at a website called Joann for $119.99. You send it into Amazon, and it was retailing for $259. Now, that leaves you with a profit margin of $77. Your return on investment is 66%. It sells 72 times a month, so that's like more than 5 times a day. It's like 6, 7 times a day. And as you can see, I purchased a quantity. I put a quantity in here of 5, but I think I ended up purchasing like 8 of them. Let's see if I can remember. Nope. So yeah, I did purchase 5. And so after I purchased 5 and I sold them, I made $385.05. And what you don't see from these screenshots is how long it takes me to do this in literally 3 to 5 minutes. I turn on my computer, I open up all my software, it gives me my products, I analyze the products, and if I like what I see, I'll analyze it in real time, so I'm getting accurate numbers. And when I see numbers like this, that I can purchase this and make 66% return on my investment or $77 profit every time I sell one, I'll do this all day long, every single day. And so that's what I literally do. And so you can see down here, I'm pretty much giving their repricer instructions. I'm telling it, listen, I want to sell this for $259, but if I get in a price war with another seller, I'm willing to bring my price all the way down to $220.40. So the software already knows that sell it for $259 if it can, but if I can't win the buy box at $259, it'll start adjusting my price, and it can go all the way down to $220.40. And even if I sell it at $220.40, I'll still make like a $40 profit, no problem. And so instead of making like a $70, $77 profit, I'm still happy with the $40 profit. And then this right here is what's called my break even. So this what prevents us from losing money. It's giving this software instructions like, listen, I paid $119 for this product with my own money. Never ever sell this product for below $168.40, because then I won't lose any money, but neither will I make any money. So this is called my break even, and your break even is always over here to the right, so you don't have to guess about what these numbers are. And you can see right here, the maximum price that this sold for is $289.24. And I'm not even being greedy. I'm not even selling mine for $289.24. I'm only selling mine for $259. And so I'm discounting it by, a cool $30. So instead of making $77, we make it $107 profit. And so what I'm teaching you here is that there's so much money to be made on Amazon. You do not have to be greedy. Just set everything up the way I train you and give you instructions on how to do it, and just sit back and get paid and rinse and repeat this process every single day. All right. This right here is the final screen where I actually paid for it. So $5.99, shipping and handling was $195. and sales tax came up to $42.13. And so I paid $644 for it all together. And you can see right here, again, it's selling 72 times a month, and then nobody even had it in stock. So when mine arrived at Amazon, I was the only one who even had it in stock. And I'll be showing you how to do and duplicate the same exact process. This was another product of mine. It was a digital electric smoker. I paid $187.31 for it. I got it from Home Depot. Home Depot doesn't carry it anymore, so kind of sad about that because this was a winner for a long time. And as you can see, I was retailing it for $499.99. I would purchase 8 of them, so my profit would be $135.65, and my return on investment would be $72.42. And as you can see, it didn't have astronomical sales, but when you're purchasing products over $100, you don't need astronomical sales because you're going to have almost no competition. And so this is what the competition looks like. One seller, and he had his price at $429.98, but this is the FBM seller. You can see it right here, merchant fulfilled seller, and they're grayed out. When mine appears here, you know, my price is going to be $499, so $70 more, but and I'll be right here and I'll show up in green. So here's a question that I normally get from some of my clients. Why would somebody pay $70 more for mine when they can also see that theirs is $70 cheaper? And the answer to that is instant gratification. When people shop online, they don't want to wait 2 weeks for that product to arrive at their door, because most people do stuff last minute. So they'll have a barbecue planned for Saturday and they'll be ordering this on Wednesday. So they need that thing to arrive on Friday so they can be set up for the barbecue on Saturday. And so they'll look at my price at $499, and they'll look at the merchant price at $429, and they'll see that if they order from the merchant, if they order today on August the 8th, they're not going to get this until maybe August the, I would say August the 20th, August the 22nd maybe. But if they order from me or how I teach you, then to get this Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. So if they order it on Wednesday, boom, they're going to have it on Friday. And that's why they'll pay more. So an Amazon FBA seller always gets precedence over an FBM seller, and you can always have the highest price. So here's the breakdown. I ordered 8. Well, this is no longer available from Home Depot. So I used to order 8 for $187.31. And so my expenses would be $1,500. I would sell all 8 and for $499 and make about $4,000. From that $4,000, Amazon would take their fees, which is $1,416.25. You can see it right up here. And then Amazon would disperse to me $2,583.66. And so, you know, after I get reimbursed for what I paid for the product, which is $1,500, I would still have $1,000 profit. So again, it would only take me literally 5 minutes to turn on my computer, analyze this product, and then run the numbers, and then go to Home Depot, purchase 8 of them, put them in my cart, check out, and then send them to what I call a prep and ship company. And then that's it, I'm done. And so for 5 minutes worth of work every day, I make $1,000 a day. And so this is how I average $30,000 to $35,000 a month. And so I want to teach you how to do the same thing. No, you won't, unless you have the capital, you won't be starting off at my level, but I'm going to teach you how to get to this level in a fraction of the time that it took me, because it took me years to get to this level because I had no one to train me. I had to do it all trial and error. All right, so this is the formula that I use. 1, you'll always know if it's profitable. We don't do no guessing. So I have a saying, I never ever guess about success. I either calculate it or measure it, or I just leave it alone. Number 2, you're going to know what your return on investment is. So profit plus return on investment. 3 and 4, how many FBA sellers there are and how many merchant sellers there are. All right. Number 5, how much inventory your competition have. Just being able to see that information alone is monumental to your business and helps you guarantee yourself success. Number 6, the bestseller ranking. On Amazon, the bestseller ranking helps you determine how fast a product is going to grow or whether or not the sales are going to slow down. Number 7, you'll know whether or not you're even eligible to sell it. On Amazon, as a new seller, you won't be eligible to sell everything, but I'll make sure that you get a minimum of 15 profitable leads every single day that you are eligible to sell. So you don't have to fish around and pray that you find something that you're eligible to sell. I'm going to set you up for success. Number 8, huge. How many times is this product selling per month? The reason why this is important, let's say there are 5 sellers and the product is selling 100 times a month. If all 5 sellers are FBA sellers, then that means that they all getting an equal share of the buy box. So each seller is probably averaging about 20 sales per month. And then if one goes out of stock and then there's only 4 sellers and they're selling 100 times a month, then they each get about 25 sales a month. And that'll continue until everybody's out of stock or new sellers jump on the listing. And last but not least, I'm going to teach you also how to sell internationally. And this is where your grants come in to really get all this free money to actually scale this business up. There are several thousands grants available that will help you expand your business internationally or globally. And what better place to do that than with Amazon? And then last but not least, I'm also going to teach you additional trade secrets that I picked up over the years. All right, so just to recap, first thing we do is we source and analyze products. If we like what we see, we'll buy those products for a low price, and then we'll ship those items to what's called a prep and ship center. There are prep and ship centers literally all over the globe, okay? That prep and ship company would then, take out the invoices, strip down the box. So when your Amazon customer receives it, they just see that it came in that Amazon smiley face box and they're happy. They'll be none the wiser as to where you got it from, whether you got it from Home Depot or a distributor that you found with some of the methods that I teach you. All right, then next it goes into Amazon and you'll sell it at a higher price and you'll pocket the difference and you just rinse and repeat this circle every single day. And yes, you can do this with an unlimited amount of products. All right. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and open up for questions real quick at the halfway point, and then we'll knock out some questions and then dive right back in. Great Tape, what's up, man? I see you. All right, PhillyDom, you're gonna open us up for some questions. All right, a Great Tape said, I furnished my whole crib with Amazon and I need a piece of pie. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So you're the actual stereotypical FBA client, Amazon client, where you're ordering from Amazon, almost every week probably. You furnish a whole crib. I know you were shelling out the money, so now I just need to teach you how to reverse that process and do what I do. I furnished my entire house with Amazon furniture also that I got from Amazon and Overstock too, but now I actually send in furniture into Amazon and make a killing because, if you purchase an entire dining room set or bedroom set or, an outdoor patio set, you might pay a couple of $100 to purchase it, but it's going to sell for, maybe $1,500 or so. And so my profit margins off of items like that is just huge. Sometimes, $700-800 profit just off of selling one item, that's large like that. And you don't have to worry about the weight. Amazon's going to take care of the weight. They're going to charge you for it and they'll ship it and they'll handle all that for you logistically. All right. What about drop shipping without upfront money? So, Nuke Cage, I'm glad you actually brought that up because I'm always in the trenches doing what I do. Nice photo of Jim Kelly, by the way. And the Bruce used to get it in. So I actually have a Shopify course that it's in beta testing right now. So I have a handful of my clients in beta testing, and I'm getting them all up and operational so I can have testimonials and screenshots that I know what I'm doing. So how did I learn how to do Shopify drop shipping? I went out and I paid a couple of grand for high profile courses, courses that were like $1,500, $2,000. I purchased quite a few of them, combined all that information together, and came up with my own process that works. And now I'm teaching it to quite a few of my beta testing clients already on how to start a drop shipping business, because you don't need a lot of money in order to do it. And so I'm getting that up off the ground. So that's a great way to start. And if you join my Amazon FBA course before the beginning of September, then I'll allow you to join the Shopify beta group, and you'll get the Shopify dropshipping business model for free. I've already paid thousands of dollars just to learn all the information myself, because that's what I do. And so if you join between now and September the 1st, you'll be able to get into that beta group and get all that training on how to get your Shopify store up and running for free. And this is high level training. This is not me going to Udemy or YouTube or getting one of these basic courses for $300-$400. No, this is high level stuff that will blow your socks off. And so I got you covered, Luke Cage. All right, next question. All right, Natty said, is it in Intel's networking and recruiting app? Okay, I don't understand the question, Natty Slim. Can you rearrange your question a little better? Or PhillyDom, if you could clarify that for me. Or recruiting people.
I can't understand it either. You might have to, Natty, you might have to do that networking question again.
I think she's asking me, are there any referrals or networking for recruiting people? Natty, if that's what you're asking, the answer is a definitive L to the yes. I had two price models that I'm gonna get into at the end of this presentation, so you can see how much the competition charges and then how much I charge. All right, next question. Can I ask why dropship is so complicated? So I know it's a convoluted question. Treat me as completely uneducated. Yes, Spencer, the reason why so many people fail at dropshipping is because they just don't have the right amount of high-level knowledge. It's not difficult at all, but if you go to a site like udemy.com, there's plenty of courses on there for $100, $29, maybe $150 at the most, that will teach you dropshipping. But obviously, they're giving you just that basic information and they're skimming over it. It's like if you go to a used car, buy here, pay here, the dealership to buy a car. Yeah, sure, you're gonna get a vehicle, but you'll be lucky if that thing lasts for 6 months before it breaks down on you. But let's say you go to a high-end dealership like Porsche, and you pick your Porsche 911 right off the showroom floor, or your Panamera, then obviously you don't have to worry about that thing. That thing has a rock solid warranty. You pay the high ticket price for luxury, and that's what you gotta do. If you want something of quality and luxury, you're gonna have to pay for it. Like like if you bought like a Louis Vuitton purse out of the Chinese store, as opposed to going to Louis Vuitton itself, then of course that Louis Vuitton purse you got out of the Chinese store is going to be a knockoff. That thing's going to fall to pieces on you. But if you buy Louis Vuitton from the source, then you're going to pay a couple of grand, but you know that you are paying for quality and durability and excellence and luxury. So that's why so many people fail at drop shipping, because they try to just come in and do it with just low-level information, and that's not how it works. You need high-level information, and that's why so many people fail, because they don't have the money to really purchase the right information, and so they'll try to cheat and just purchase that low-budget information But that low budget information is just rehashed free material that you could have found anywhere on the internet. All right, next question. All right, great tape. A $20,000 limit on a credit card could possibly get things popping. Absolutely, great. Yeah, you come in with a $20,000 limit on your credit card, you're now operating at the same level that I'm operating in. So here's what you'll be purchasing. You'll be purchasing those large area rugs for a couple of grand, or in the high hundreds of dollars, like $800–900. You'll be purchasing bedroom furniture, dinette sets, living room furniture. You remember your grandmother's house, and she used to have a den, and it used to have the plastic on the furniture. It was probably all white, and you couldn't go in there. You were never allowed to go in there. You'd be purchasing those type of den sets, that whole set, or the pergolas and the gazebos for outside, the big patio furniture. You're gonna be purchasing those appliances like the deep freezers, refrigerators, the large refrigerators that only about 5 feet tall. They go in dorm rooms and stuff like that. And so these are the type of products that you'll be purchasing, and you won't have any competition. Newbie sellers never make it to this level, and so yeah, you're gonna do well, my friend. In your first month, if you spend about 10, 12, 15,000, you're gonna recoup about $30,000. So you're gonna spend about 10, 15 bands, and you probably make about $35,000, $40,000, and you'll be laughing all the way to the bank. And you'll gladly spend $10,000, $15,000 every single month to recoup that return on investment, and it'll just be, your whole life will change almost overnight, or at least within 6 weeks. So that's how long it takes to get everything up and operational. 2 weeks to get verified for your Amazon application, and then 4 weeks to start shipping your products into Prep and Ship, and then get it from Prep and Ship into Amazon. So yeah, great tape. 2 thumbs up and a salute. All right, last question before we get back to the presentation. All right, Spencer is asking, we got to get this down to Belize and hang out with us. Yeah, absolutely. I've been to Belize before, actually multiple times. I do love Belize. I don't know when I'll be able to make it down there, but I have 3 pricing plans. I'm going to talk to you about them a little bit later on in the presentation. But one of the pricing plans is a good way for you to get together with some other people who want to learn this business model with you, and you all come together, and I'll fly down to Belize, and we can sit down and I'll have a PowerPoint presentation and teach everybody in person. So that's just a collective effort of another plan that I have where, if you don't want to, fork over the funds yourself, group a pool of people together, and I'll fly to you guys and train the whole group for the right price of the right tier. And I'll break that down a little bit later. All right, so let me get back to the presentation, Philly. So go ahead and enlarge that screen and let me get back into it.
Are you ready to go? No problem.
Okay, looks like I'm still sharing my screen, so I'm good to go. All right, so you can see the screen still, right? Okay, I think, yeah, I see it. You can.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay, perfect. All right, so now, what I ask of all my clients is that you learn how to manage and operate your own business for 30 days by yourself. And then at that point, if you want, you can bring on a virtual assistant who will manage and operate your entire business for you. And usually if you have plans to grow fast and scale up fast, then this is what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to bring on a virtual assistant so you could just be the boss and dictate what you want done and have your virtual assistant do everything for you. But if not, then you'll be working your business until you get to that point where you could hire an employee to work the business for you. So this is the spreadsheet that you will share with your virtual assistant. And the only thing you'll have to do every day if you don't allocate this to the virtual assistant, is purchase the product yourself and then let your virtual assistant know the quantity that you purchase. So you can see, the virtual assistant will have the store that you'll go to make the purchase. And then here you'll put down the date that you purchased it and then the quantity of items that you purchased. And then that's it. The virtual assistant handles everything else that you see on the screen. So that's the magic of being a boss and hiring employees to run your business for you while you're pretty much doing what I'm doing, chilling on the beach, chilling in your private pool, and, just living your best life every day, going on excursions and stuff. Now, the first thing I teach you is how to properly set up your Amazon account. If you try to jump the gun and you get this wrong, or if years ago you tried to open up an Amazon account and didn't know what you were doing and that account went dormant or you got suspended and you try to set up a brand new Amazon account, my friend, you are out of luck and out of business. So allow me to walk you through the whole setup process so there are no mistakes. And that's what I do. I walk you through everything. There's no guesswork. You're not going to make no mistakes, no errors. We're going to get it right the first time so you won't have to do it another time. Number two, once you're ready to grow, I'm going to show you how to hit the ground and sell in 11 Amazon countries around the world. Now, they also added Poland to this list, so now there's like 12. But you could also sell in China too, and China isn't even on this list because it's extra steps in order to become authorized to sell in China. But what I want you to focus on is how much traffic comes through the United States, and that's 2.31 billion. And then Canada only has 133 million. Mexico, 48 million. UK, 403 million. And you can just go all the way down the list and see that, man, Amazon brings in billions with the B. If you actually, I don't even know what all these numbers add up to, but yeah, it definitely adds up in the billions, obviously. But this is the power of Amazon. And so here's a little secret. Let me come a little closer. If you start, when I set you up, you see these top 3 countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. I'm going to set you up so you can start off selling in all of North America, the United States, Canada, and Mexico, with no other work. All you'll do is ship your items into Amazon fulfillment centers in the United States. And then I'll show you how to get Amazon to ship those products to any customer in the 48 continental United States. So that excludes Alaska and Hawaii. But they'll also ship your products to Canada and also ship your products to Mexico. So overnight, you'll be selling in all of North America. So right now, you're just on your computer watching this presentation. But when I set you up and get you started, you're going to go from sitting on your computer watching a presentation to selling on Amazon in all of North America. All right. Now, when you get ready to grow into these other countries, no problem. I got you. I'm going to walk you through how to get set up in these other countries. And, when you get ready to sell in these other countries, that's what also you're going to get a lot of grant money because, a lot of grant companies will give you grants if your business is expanding into the global marketplace. And so Amazon is just the perfect storm for everything you need. And last but not least, very important. You see how Amazon in the United States has 231 billion estimated traffic? So every other country that Amazon sells in, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Netherlands, Japan, Singapore, UAE, Brazil, Australia, and India, every single last one of these countries, excluding the United States, is 15, 20 years behind Amazon.com in the United States. So, like I was discussing earlier, my client who purchased a pair of Adidas, Thomas P., early today, and then he also looked at France and he also looked at the UK, and there was nobody selling these same shoes in those countries, but there was a demand for it. So, I'm going to set you up the same way where you could sell in these other marketplaces with almost no competition. By the time these other marketplaces in other countries figure out how lucrative Amazon is in terms of a business model, you're going to have a 10, 15, 20-year head start. And you will have a large piece of those marketplaces on lockdown with hundreds, if not thousands of products. And you don't even need thousands of products. Honestly, if you lock down just 10 or 15 products outside of the kiddie pool, you can eat off of all those products every single month for years. All you have to do is just replenish it. So this is what I'm going to help you do. And last but not least, I'm going to help you hit the ground running with a virtual assistant after you've been in business for a minimum of 30 days. All right, so this is the buy box. So this is a Samsung Galaxy A10 phone, and there are 10 sellers on this actual listing that you can see right here. And all 10 sellers get rotated in and out of the buy box during a 24-hour period. Now, let's say there were 24 sellers. If that was the case, then every one of these sellers would eventually get 1 hour in the buy box, or at least close to an hour in the buy box. So 24 hours in a day, 24 sellers, each would get about an hour in the buy box. That lets their price was just horrifically more than everybody else's price. Then you probably, Amazon will probably give you 15 minutes in the buy box. And you just have to pray that somebody wants to buy your product in that 15-minute span of time. All right, so this is the buy box, and I'm going to be going more on this in detail, once you decide to enroll in the course and explaining how to dominate the buy box and get in there more times than often. Now, here's the beauty of this, and I'm going to go in detail in this because this is something that a lot of people miss, and I got to make this clear because the risk is minimal. I'm not going to say that there's no risk, but what I am going to say is that the risk is minimal. So when you go to the retailer to analyze the product before you purchase it, you're going to get cash back on 85% of all of these products. And that's profit that you're not even going to factor in to your overall actual profit. 2, I'm going to show you how to set yourself up with a PayPal business account if you don't already have one. If you have a PayPal business account already, then you're probably already aware that you'll get 2.5% cash back on every purchase. 3, if you have a great credit card or with a good credit union, then you could probably attach a credit card that has cash back or a debit card that has cash back. And so with the cash back from your extension that you'll get before you even purchase the product, and then 2%, 2.5% from PayPal, 2.5% on your credit card, that's another 5% that you'll get cash back. And then last but not least, another 50% of every product that you purchase is going to have a coupon available. We even use software to scour the internet and search for these coupons, and you can get additional 15, 20% off. So, your minimum return on investment is going to be 30%. And on many occasions, you'll get a 30% discount on the product before you even buy it. And that's how we make this whole thing so lucrative, on top of just being able to retail what we buy for wholesale. All right, moving on. There are 3 types of bundles: multi-bundle, complementary bundle, and variety bundle. And the reason why I teach my clients how to do bundles is because there are a lot of products on Amazon that you're going to come across, and Amazon is going to be selling those products. And you're not going to get frustrated. You're not going to get upset because you'll never be able to compete with Amazon's price, because Amazon's price is going to be, it will mean a loss if you try to sell it at that price. But what I'm going to teach you how to do is create bundles of the same exact products that Amazon's selling, but we're just going to bundle them. And so here's the 3 examples of bundles. This, of course, is a complementary bundle: shampoo and conditioner. You just put them together. They're, of course, sold separately, but boom, we're going to put them together and make a lot of money. Multi-pack bundle. This is one of my bundles that I started during the start of the pandemic. You know how precious hand soap was at the time. Everybody was washing their hands. And while everybody was doing this with their hands, I was doing this with my hands. I'm gonna show you how to do the same thing. So at some point, Amazon was selling this, and the price that they were selling this for, no one else could compete. So I just bundled them together in a 3-pack and a 1-pack and a 2-pack. And so I created an entirely different listing. So when you came to my listing, you could buy 1, or you could buy 2, or you could buy 3. And obviously most people were buying 3. And of course I was crushing it, going all the way to the bank. And again, this is a complimentary bundle, same exact product. This is a multi-pack bundle. So same exact product, you just package it all together. And this right here is a variety bundle. So, a lot of kids were trapped in the house during the pandemic, and the parents wouldn't let them play on the cell phone or on their laptops all day long. They had to actually do something, go outside or play, run in the backyard. So this right here with paper cutting board kits, magic markers, and the paper actual cutting kit. And so 3 separate products that I bundled together as a variety, and voila. Now, I grabbed this from one of the Amazon arbitrage groups that I'm in on Facebook, and it says, so my best friend asked me for my Amazon storefront name because he was curious and interested to see what I sell on Amazon. I gave it to him thinking nothing of it. Now he wants to open up an Amazon seller account selling my same exact ASINs. My advice to all new sellers: do not give out your Amazon storefront name to anybody, even if it's your friends and family. People are lazy, have no morals, and just to piggyback off your success. So what this person is saying is, his name is Glenn Carter, by the way. Glenn is saying, he shared his Amazon store name with, a personal friend of his. And this person then wanted to open up an Amazon store and basically steal all of his products. So listen, this is not multi-level marketing. This is not network marketing. This is not a sweepstakes. You don't have to share your Amazon business with anyone. Amazon is going to give you free traffic for the rest of your life. All you have to do is build it and they will come, or ship it into Amazon and they will buy. So that's it. Don't share your Amazon storefront name. I'm not going to share mine and you're not going to share yours. You're going to keep that confidential, because you don't have to say, hey, please go to my store and buy one of my products. I need to make some sales. Nah, it's not how that works. Actually, when you do have a few good products inside your Amazon store that are selling well, I'm going to show you how to start advertising directly inside of Amazon's platform called sponsored ads. And Amazon is going to showcase your products to people who are actually looking for that product to purchase it. People go to Google to do the research. They go to YouTube to go to do research. They come to Amazon to make the purchase. So I'm going to show you how to navigate that landscape and get that money. And when you set up sponsored ads for your products, it's literally printing money. It's like going to the ATM machine every day, putting in $300, and then it gives you $900 out. So of course, obviously, you would do that every single day. Actually, it was 2008, and Bank of America was doing something with the ATM machines. And there was in Atlanta, in Lithia Springs, there was a Bank of America ATM machine, right? And I just went there by accident one day. Well, not by accident, but by happenstance. And I was depositing some money, and I had a whole bunch of $5 bills and $10 bills that I had saved up, and some ones. And so when I loaded the ATM machine with $5 bills, it gave me credit for $50. So what did I do? I hurry up, ran my ass to the bank, and got as many $5 as I humanly could afford at the time. I went back to that ATM machine, and I started depositing all those $5 bills, and Bank of America didn't give me $5, they gave me $50. So for $5, they gave me $50. And man, I wasn't just doing it all day long, but I didn't want to just, get overzealous and oversaturated and then get caught. So, I don't even really remember how much money it was at the end, but it was several $1,000s that, I had in my account after I finished depositing all those fives and getting that money. So Shout out to Bank of America back in the day, over 10 years ago, for that free money. But Amazon is the same way. The sponsored ads, you're going to get free money. You're going to put in $5 for advertising, and they might spit you back out 50. So it's the same thing. But this time it's legal, and you can do it as much as you want. This is a funny story that I had to share. So a lot of us missed out on the Google, wealth creation, Tesla, Netflix, AOL, Facebook, Microsoft, Bitcoins, and NFTs. If you missed out on those, no problem, because you're joining the Amazon wealth creation revolution as needed. So every day, every week, Amazon rakes in $4 billion. Every day, $638 million. Every hour, $26 million. And every minute, 443,000. So there are 350 million people in the United States right now, right? Amazon makes $638 million a day. So if each person in the United States made $1,000 a day, Amazon would still be profitable to the tune of $288 million a day. So with that said, don't listen to other people who are going to try and tell you that Amazon is oversaturated and you can't make money, or you should have got in 9-10 years ago when I started. Because guess what I heard 9 years ago when I started? You guessed it. Amazon was oversaturated, too competitive, and I wouldn't be able to get in there and make money. And people just regurgitate that information because they don't want you coming in being additional competition for themselves, and they don't want to share the pie. But there's so much money in the Amazon landscape. I mean, why not share the pie? You know, you can't make it all, so don't be greedy. All right, so up on the screen right now, I want you all to just take the time to read this yourself. And this is from one of my clients, just his testimonial. So his name is Vaughn Hassan, and he's 72 years old, and he has a full-time courier business. And so he's up and down the East Coast from Massachusetts all the way down to Florida. And sometimes he goes out to like Tennessee. And yeah, he's in his van dropping off these courier packages 6-7 days a week. And when he gets back home, you know, he has to get some rest, recoup, get something to eat, and then, you know, manage his Amazon business. And so even at 72, with having a full-time business of his own, he still has time to operate his Amazon business. And I'm gonna apologize in advance. I was gonna actually put up screenshots from my Facebook group of my clients' results of how much money they're making and the span of time that they started to where they are now. But I forgot to do that for this presentation. But I am going to show you guys 3 testimonial videos in conjunction with what you're seeing on the screen right now. So let me move over to, okay, boom. Now I'm going to play this and hopefully you can hear it. If you can't hear it, there's probably nothing I can do about that. But all these videos will be inside of my Facebook group. So if you want to go check it out. All right, so that was Savara. This is David. I know some of you saying that you can't really hear the audio, so I just want to show you that these are available on my Facebook page. Just send me a Facebook friend request, and then you can watch them, and then of course you'll be able to hear the audio. And then this is Talia, and they're all giving their testimonials. And so I'm gonna have other clients upload testimonials, but some are dragging their feet. You know, it's life. I don't stress about it. But now back to the presentation. As you can see, you know, Tabara's making pretty good money now. You know, she's in Punta Cana with her two sons, just, you know, enjoying the sun and the food and living it up. And she also does pallet flipping. So she buys pallets and then ships those products into Amazon and resells them. So this right here is a screenshot of my main Amazon account, and you can see my orders for the day, how much money I made on this day, and then what my total balance was. And guys, I was going to update this, but I didn't have an opportunity. So on the next presentation, I'll have all this operated. So this is a video. This is where I used to live in Santo Domingo for 6 months. And as you can see, I have my computer set up with 3 monitors. So it's just like a little attachment to my laptop that gives me 3 screens. And of course, I'm in the Dominican Republic, so it's trying to convert me over to Spanish. And I'm just on my laptop. I'm not showing you the name of my main Amazon account because, of course, we don't do that. And I'm just refreshing the screen. And you can see that, you know, my balance is refreshing. And it's sitting right at $32,784.52. And every 2 weeks, this is what Amazon pays me out. And they direct deposit this money straight into my bank account. And you can see the sales for that particular day was $712.45. And this was early in the morning when I was recording this video. All right. And here we have a little snippet of my bank account. I want to be transparent, so to give you more proof of what I've been able to achieve with Amazon, I took this picture at an ATM machine. So here's my business debit card that I used to have with USAA, the last 4 digits, 7854. And you can see the same thing on the screen, 7854, with my camera flash blurring out the 4. And then $100,000 in my savings and 1.3 million in my checking account. And so, you know, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do the same thing. This is not luck. This is not guesswork. It's simply just knowing how to do it. And there's no better method than having someone walk you through the gauntlet, which is Amazon. And that's why so many people fail. They don't know when to step right. They don't know when to step left. They don't know when to duck. It's like a boxing match. When that punch is coming, that uppercut is coming, you don't bend down. When that jab is coming, don't try to move forward. And when that hook is coming, you know, either duck it or turn your head into the direction that the hook is coming. You know, so, you know, same thing with Amazon. You got to know when to duck, when to dodge, when to turn. And sometimes you got to know when to run. And just for an extra layer of security and transparency, my bank statement. So, you know, I don't know what other information I can provide to show you the money just flowing through my account. But as you can see, a $35,000 deposit. I spent $23,000, and I don't save money. My parents taught me how to save, and I just always thought that was a horrible idea. And so now, what I do is just make sure I make more money every month than I spend, and that way I save automatically. So it works out a lot better that way. All right. And this is a video of me parapente selling in Medellin, Colombia. And it was one of the favorite things I've ever done in life because I love flying, and you're just up in the clouds for literally 30 minutes. I mean, an hour and a half at a time. And I love this quote from Will Smith, and I put this at the beginning. It says, being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity. So if your realism or your reality is that you can't do Amazon, even if you have somebody like me walk you through and hold your hand step by step, then that's going to be the easiest path to mediocrity in your life, because that cannot be your reality. Will Smith also has another favorite quote of mine. He says, create a dream that's so big and so monumental that you can't even achieve it until you grow into a whole entirely different other person that's capable of achieving that. So this is me in Medellin, Colombia, and as you can see, I'm in a harness attached to an instructor. They run you off the side of a mountain, and you're literally looking at the whole city beneath your feet in the valley. And Medellin is 5,000 feet above sea level, perched right directly in between two mountain ranges. And the only thing I would tell you, if you ever get an opportunity to do this, make sure you go on the warmest or hottest day possible, because when you're this high in the clouds, as you see, we're cloud level. Sometimes we're actually in the clouds. It's very cold at that altitude, so make sure you're prepared for it. All right, moving on. Here I am in Atlanta, getting my skydive on. As you probably figured out, I'm a thrill seeker, so I love seeking thrill. A couple of more of my vacations, so Hoover Dam, Guadalupe, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Las Vegas, Colombia, Africa. And matter of fact, my niece is getting married in Las Vegas on August the 20th, so I'll be back in Las Vegas for her wedding. I'll be leaving next week, so flying out there. And this time we're going to I actually asked my niece and her husband whether or not they wanted me to charter them a helicopter from Las Vegas, and the helicopter flies to the Grand Canyon and then lands down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. And then they have a dining room table set up with the white cloth and the utensils and stuff. And they would serve them dinner and champagne right there at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. Then, of course, they get back in the helicopter and they fly back over the Hoover Dam. And then by the time they return to Las Vegas, it's night and the whole city is lit up so they can see it from an aerial view. And it's just it's a great wedding gift. But my niece said neither one of them liked to fly, so they just said they want cash, so no problem. I'm going to do it myself and take lots of pictures with my cousin. And so Africa, I've been to Senegal, Africa. Of course, I've been to Colombia multiple times, and then Guadalupe, Colombia. I love motorcycles, of course, helicopters. I love catamarans and chartering fishing boats and stuff like that, penthouses. And whenever you travel, you meet some of the best people you've ever met in your life, because everybody's essentially on vacation, and all their problems and their real world experiences are left behind wherever they came from. So, traveling, you're going to get exposed to some of the best people you've ever met in your life. And it's going to be one gigantic good time. All right, here I am in Medellin, Colombia again, hiking up a mountain. It's called Tres Cruces Mountain. And, even though I'm in good shape, man, this wears you out, because that altitude isn't something that you're used to unless you're from high altitude city. All right, this used to be one of my favorite places to go. It's in Dallas, Texas. It's called Spa Castle. And you basically go here for 24-hour rest, relaxation, and water therapy. I had to close my eyes as I said that, because I was reminiscing about how much I used to enjoy this, but the pandemic sort of messed things up. But now I hope they're getting back to normal. I might actually stop in while I'm home, going to Las Vegas to my niece's wedding, and drop in for a day or so. But they have infrared tanning beds, about 7 different saunas, different temperatures, different materials to use, 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, lounges, hotel, restaurants, just everything. You can get massages, pedicures, manicures. They even have a nap room where you lay on the floor on these mats like you're in preschool, and you take a nap, and the floor is heated, so it heats up the mats. And man, it's just like being a big kid again. So here I am at Medellin, Colombia for Halloween. You know, they really know how to party for Halloween. They do this Halloween celebration on a whole new level. It's, you know, I used to love trick-or-treating as a kid. This is trick-or-treating as an adult. All right, so here I am in Costa Rica, whitewater rafting with some friends, great time. And before I went outdoor skydiving, I had learned how to go indoor skydiving first. So that taught me the basics. And I was a season ticket holder to all the sports franchises in Atlanta, the Braves, Atlanta United, the Falcons, and the Hawks. And I used to be my road dog right there, me and Lemire. We used to go to all the games together. Shout out to Lemire. She's married now with a child. This is right here is in Cartagena, Colombia, called the Tortumo volcano. You climb down into the mouth of a volcano. And Spencer was saying Sierra Leone is beautiful. Yeah, I've never been to Sierra Leone, but it's on my list. And rock climbing, this is the highest summit that you can rock climb on in the United States. It's in Texas. It's in Carrollton, Texas. And it's built in like it's not a missile silo, but a grain silo. So if you ever know how tall those grain silos is, I couldn't even make it to the top. So, and then here I am at Cartagena on the balcony of my penthouse, smoking a nice little cohiba and zip lining in Costa Rica through the longest zip lining course in Costa Rica. It was 2.5 hours long. You can see here, the only thing about it is they tell you don't touch the ground and don't touch any of the trees or bushes because the fire ants were like as big as your finger, and when they stung you or bit you, it felt like you were getting stung by a bee. So, you know, you had to stay away from the fire ants. So they advised that you didn't touch anything. So here I am, horseback riding, four-wheeling, a Segway tour, and just touring Tennessee. And here are my Michael Jacksons, my white Michael Jackson and my black Michael Jackson. So these are my two Lincoln MKZs, one white, one black, panoramic sunroof. They can parallel park themselves. They're both hybrids, just fantastic vehicles, way ahead of their time. And then this is my third car, the BMW i8 with the gold-wing doors. It's a hybrid also, but you have to plug it in. So, you know, but as you drive it, it does recharge itself because it has two different, you know, sport mode and then economic mode. So a lot of fun to drive. It's very fast and it's a head turner. All right, and so this was where I filmed the video of me sitting at the table. This was my apartment in Santo Domingo where I lived for 6 months when I first got here, September of last year. And then, of course, now I've been living in Sosua for 5 months. And this is a nighttime view. So I was here during Christmas. This is my little Christmas tree in the corner. And here I am in Tennessee with another group of Amazon sellers from the ATL. And we were touring an Amazon fulfillment center. And we were amazed that Amazon was pretty much using robots to pick and fulfill the orders. So once the orders came in, these robots would grab a whole cart and take the cart to the order where the product was and pick the product out of the basket and put it into the cart and bring it up front. And so, yeah, pretty soon I'm making a mass assumption that Amazon's going to automate more of the facilities in the same capacity. And if you haven't figured this out by yet, this whole business model is the new digital real estate. It's not brick and mortar real estate, it's digital real estate. And you want to own as much digital real estate as possible because it's like owning brick and mortar real estate, but you only need a fraction of the investment to get it involved in it. So it's more like us versus them right now. You know, you can sell online with Walmart and Amazon and other e-commerce stores. It's sort of like a done for you e-com business. You can experience returns of 25 to 50% ROI. You can get payouts within 30 to 90 days of getting set up. It depends on how fast you set your business up. It's 100% done for you in turnkey. You know, I walk you through how to set everything up, how to order your products, and how to get that money direct deposit into your bank account. And It's 100% guaranteed. When I send you over a copy of my contract, there's a 30-day guarantee in there that you're going to be happy with the level of service I provide. Whereas real estate, 8 to 10% annual returns. Sometimes you might have to wait years for your payout or your return on investment, and the workload is heavy management. And then, of course, there's no guarantee that you're going to spend $100,000 fixing up this house and being able to sell it before the market collapses or the buyer's market goes sour or the seller's market goes sour. So us versus them. Now, if you've been paying attention, or if you haven't, or if you've been living under a rock, then you probably already know that retail stores are dying by the hundreds. JCPenney, Apparel, GameStop, Abercrombie and Fitch, Sears, Macy's, Staples, they're all closing, all of these stores, collectively, man, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is like 700 stores collectively. And so if you browse through your local shopping mall, you'll see a lot of kiosks empty and a lot of retail spots are empty. Warehouses, retail stores, everything. So I'm about to show you how much I charge for enrolling into my Amazon course. And of course, if you get in before September, you'll get the added bonus of becoming a Shopify dropship expert too. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to actually give you, matter of fact, I'm going to do it now so PhillyDom can post it in the comment group so you can go check it out. But I just finished having my Shopify store set up and designed today. And I also had one designed for my girlfriend. And I'm going to send you a copy of both so you can go check it out. And PhillyDom is going to post it. And I'm sending it to him right now. Okay. And he's going to post this right in the comment section so you guys can go check out how my stores look. And that way you'll see what your stores will look like. I'll have the store set up for you. You won't have to do that yourself. I actually pay somebody to do my setup for me, and I'm going to pay somebody to do your setup for you. So you won't even have to do that. And then I'm going to walk you through the process of becoming a Shopify dropship expert, and then also an Amazon FBA expert. So, man, you're getting tremendous value for your money, and that's what it's all about. So you can go check out my Shopify stores right now, how great they look, both mine and my girlfriend's. And you can see I'm serious about my businesses. I don't play any games, and I treat your business the same way. So this is a company that's called Automation Alliance. And I hit them up and say, hey, how much you guys charge to set me up with a complete Walmart store and a complete Amazon store? And they sent me over their contract via digital documentation, and they said, okay, $18,000. And then after I paid them $18,000, these folks want 50% of my profits into perpetuity, which means forever. No, sir, no thank you. That's what I told them. This right here is another company. This company is called Amazon Automation, and they want to charge you $15,000 for an e-commerce account, and then for e-commerce store, and then you got to have a minimal capital contribution of, you see it right there on the screen, $50,000. No, sir. And then on every product that I'm going to teach you how to make money on and send it to Amazon, you're going to make a minimum return on investment of 30%. These folks want to pay you out 2% monthly, and with a maximum annual return of the whole entire year of 25%. Whereas every time you order a product, you're going to make a minimum return on investment of 30%. You'll be doing 30% a day. So do you want to make 30% a day, or do you want to make 25% annually? It's a no-brainer, because last time I checked, 30% a day times 365 days a year, that's a lot bigger return on investment than 25% annually. All right, so without further ado, I'm fully transparent, and I want you to have the best information. So, I don't want you to go and purchase a bucket that's going to break down on you. I want you to go walk into the dealership and purchase the car on the showroom floor. And so this is a website you can go to. It's called udemy.com and udemy.com. And you can see here, these are the top 3 selling courses in Udemy for Amazon FBA stores or Amazon FBA courses. They're all, two are $119, and then one is $124. And you can see the first one has 25,000 reviews. So over 25,000 people has purchased this course from him. So this is good for him because he made a lot of money every time he got paid $120. But it was horrible for the people purchasing this stuff because he's trying to teach you the entire Amazon business in only 11 total hours of information and only 125 lectures. And for $120, you already know you're going to get what you pay for. It's just going to be an outline of rehashed information or an overview of how to do the Amazon business without going into depth, giving you the real information that you need. So if you want to waste $120 on these watered down courses, by all means. But if you want to have somebody personally train you and walk you through the entire gauntlet from A to Z, my price isn't $10,000, it's not $15,000, it's not $18,000. I charge a one-time upfront fee of $2,500, and then to ensure your success, I take an equity stake in your Amazon business into perpetuity of only 15%. So that means that every 2 weeks, once Amazon pays you out your profit, not your revenue, but your profit, then you'll give me a kickback of 15% every 2 weeks once you get paid out. And so this is how I'm able to have my price point much lower than my competitors, even though I'm still underselling myself. So it's going to take, I'm going to have to work with you for about an average of 6 months to make sure that you know all the information that I know about Amazon and you become a bona fide expert in running your business. And if you multiply or divide 2,500 into 6 months or into 24 weeks, then that's less than $104 a week that I'm getting paid for training you. So I'm doing this out of love. I'm doing this to help you. I'm doing this because I understand that life is reciprocal. If I put my efforts and hard work into helping 100 people and I make it affordable, then the universe is going to give me that return on investment the same way Amazon gives me that return on investment. So this is why I do it, because changing 100 people's lives can not only change their lives, but it can also change your life, because I learn from my clients just like my clients learn from me. So it's a level of humility, and it's also a level of fortitude and service. All right, so if you don't want to give up 15% of your profits every 2 weeks, no problem. At least 25% of my clients choose the 7,500 Plan B equity buyout, which allows them to keep 100% of all your profits and equity in your Amazon account. So if you use the 2,500 business model, then it's just a one-time payment of 2,500. That's Plan A. And of course, I take an equity stake into your Amazon business of 15%. And every 2 weeks, you'll give me a kickback of 15% of your overall profits. Now, if you come in with the 7,500 Plan B, no problem. You keep 100% of your profits. I'll train you, give you ongoing consultation the same way I do at any price tier. And so it's a win-win regardless of what you choose. Now, for my friend in Belize, I think it may have been Spencer, who was saying that I need to come to Belize. Spencer, I do have a Plan C. And Plan C is $15,000. And that's where I will either fly you to me to train you in person and set up your whole business model for you, and even have a virtual assistant on hand to run your business for you. So that's for my busy professionals who don't have time to learn this or dedicate to operating this. I set everything up for them. I fly them to me or I fly to them. It's a complete setup. They don't have to do anything. They don't even have to look at the business. I'll download a seller app to their phone when I'm done, and they'll just be able to just check their business every single day and see how much money they're going in, they're making, what the virtual assistant is doing. So if 2,500 is too much for you, or $7,500 is too much for you, get together with a pool of your friends and say, hey, watch this presentation on PhillyDom's channel. This is Master Wayne. This guy is killing it with Amazon, and he's willing to come train us as a whole, but we just have to get up $15,000 for him to come train us all as a whole. So it doesn't matter how many people it takes you to get together that 15,000, but let's say it's 10, let's say it's 15, it's 10 people. Each person just put up 1,500. No problem. I'll fly out to you guys and train all 10 of you in person. And you all just put up 1,500. So that's how you can get a discount or get cheaper. Or maybe it's 20 people that you can get together. 20 people, each put in 750. That's still 15,000. I fly out to you, train you guys in person, how to set everything up. And I'll stay for a couple of days to a week to make sure that everything is set up properly and everything is trained and everybody gets set up and hit the ground running. So those are my price points: Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. Plan A, 2,500. Plan B, 7,500, and Plan C, 15,000. And nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is even training you in person. Everybody else is going to send you to their website, and you're going to have to watch 40, 50 to 100 videos. And if you have questions, you're shit out of luck. You just got to figure it out. I don't train people like that because I don't believe people learn that way. I believe that people learn best when they can sit down right next to somebody and ask questions in real time. So when they don't understand something and they need clarification, they can get that clarification. And so earlier I was telling you that this is not just me teaching you how to do Amazon or how to do Shopify. This is me teaching you how to do something no one else has ever done for you in your life. And that's setting you up to succeed by making sure you set up your business entity correctly. So first thing we do is, if you need credit repair, we're going to get your credit repaired. Second, we're going to get everything out of your personal name, your government name. No more financing cars in your name. No more putting mortgages in your name. No more trying to have your credit cards in your name, or getting a loan in your name. We're not doing that anymore. That's not how you do it. That's not how you build generational wealth. I'm going to help you set up an LLC, limited liability corporation. Some of you may even already have one, but I seriously doubt all of you. Some of you have all of this set up. So next, you're going to get an EIN number, or it's also known as an employee identification number. Third, I'm going to help you get your business license. 4, I'm going to help you get a business bank account. 5, help you get a reseller's permit or a tax use certificate from the Department of Revenue in your state. For some states it's free, for others it's going to cost. Next, I'm going to help you get a business address, not your home address, but a business address, and it will not be a P.O. box. And last but not least, I'm going to set you up with a business website. So now you are fully in business. And I left this off the list, but number 8 is I'm going to show you how to go to Dun & Bradstreet. I know some of you have never even heard of Dun & Bradstreet, but that's the last piece of the puzzle. When you have these 8 pieces of a business set up, you are now recognized as a complete, full business entity. And so at the end of the year, regardless of what plan you enroll or choose to enroll within my course, guess what? You get to write this off on your taxes as a business startup expense. Because remember, I'm going to have you set up a real business. This is not play, or we just have doing things and, I'm teaching you how to do a little bit of Amazon stuff, a little bit of Shopify stuff. Nah, I'm setting you up for generational wealth and success. Next, let's say it doesn't matter whether or not you purchase with enroll with Plan A or Plan B for 7,500. You can write off both as a business startup. And that's something that almost no courses ever tell you that you can do because they don't properly get you to set up your business, period. All right, next thing that you need to be cognitive of is every time you sell a product on Amazon, you're going to get reimbursed for that product. So at the end of the year, when you sold all your inventory, all that inventory ended up being free because Amazon gave you that money back plus profit on top of that. And last but not least, between now and the end of the year, so in the fourth quarter, it starts in September and it lasts all the way until the beginning of January, so 5 months. Amazon sellers make more money in the fourth quarter than they do all year long. So, the things sell so much, people shop so much during the fourth quarter, you won't even be able to keep your inventory in stock. So you just have to send in as much as humanly possible. But let's say you're a baller, and between now and the end of the year, you purchase $20,000 worth of inventory to send into Amazon. Guess what? At the end of the year, you get all that money back because you get to write it off on your taxes as a business inventory expense. Completely legal. This is how the wealthy do it. So think about this. Your Amazon is giving you the money back as soon as you sell it. So the products end up being free already. But you get to write it off on your taxes, and Uncle Sam gives you all that money back on top of that. So I don't think there's a better business model on the planet. If you think there's a better business model on the planet, put it in to the chat and let me know what you think that is. And also put into the chat if you understand what I just broke down. How to put a yes if you understand the scope of what I just taught you. Setting up your business entity correctly so you can transition everything from your government name to your business, and writing off what you pay for enrollment into my course, and then writing off what you spend on purchasing all your Amazon inventory. Getting that back. Can you imagine if you purchase Plan B for $7,500, you keep 100% of your profit, and at the end of the year, when Amazon gives you your 1099, you spent $20,000 on inventory. So now Uncle Sam is going to give you back $27,500 off top. It's a great deal, right? And not to mention all the other business expenses you're going to write off. So, if you travel across the city or to another state and you talk to somebody about your Amazon business, you get to write off half of that whole expense. You get to write off your mileage for driving there and your mileage for driving back. If you take a vacation to Jamaica and you go to Montego Bay or Kingston or something, or you go to Italy, or you go to the Maldives or Indonesia, business trip, just talk to somebody about your Amazon business while you're there. And now you're taking a business trip that you can write off on your taxes. And so, man, I'm setting you guys up for success because this is the way I run business, and this is how you do it. You're going to have a global business when all is said and done. And last but not least, here are your monthly expenses. So prep and ship, you pay a one-time fee to them of $49. I personally worked this out myself. When I got started, I drove down to what I call almost every prep and ship company in Atlanta. These folks were the only ones to call me back. I drove down there and personally met with them. They're in Georgia. And I met the owner and his wife, toured the facility, and we talked for about 2 hours. And I said, listen, this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start purchasing items online, sending them into you guys, and I need for you guys to be able to handle as many products as I send in. And then as I got going and they started handling my products, I called them back, and I said to the owner's name is Dustin. I said, hey, Dustin, listen. It just fell into my lap that a lot of people want me to actually start training them and sharing this material with them. So how many clients can you handle? He was like, Wayne, just send me however many clients you can, we can handle them all. And I was like, no problem. And I was like, okay, but I need a great deal. I need for you to get rid of that monthly fee and that sign-on fee. And I need for you to just charge my clients a one-time fee of $49, and that's it. And that's what they've honored, and that's what they've done. Now, you're gonna need 6 softwares. And it took me years to find this right 6. It took 3.5 years with these right 6 softwares together. So that's the price of each one. And then of course, you're gonna have to open up a Amazon seller account. And I'm gonna walk you through that application process myself. And your Amazon seller account is gonna be $39.99 a month. And so the software plus your Amazon seller account, $419 a month. That's going to be your operating expenses. And then once you're ready for a virtual assistant and once you're ready to start growing, then your virtual assistant, I negotiated this too, only going to charge you $50 a week, which ends up being $10 a day, Monday through Friday. They don't work on Saturday and Sunday. So where else can you get an employee for $10 a day? As you can see, I've put together a complete business system here, business model. And this is the way I run my life. I grew up with a father who was in the military. He would wake us up 5 o'clock in the morning and make us clean because he was disciplining us. And we hated it back then, but I understood now that, he was just instilling discipline in us. And so this is the way I run everything in my life. Anything in my life that I have to do, I do it right the first time so I don't have to do it another time. And so if you add up all your operating costs on a monthly basis, you're looking at $619 a month for everything. With the virtual assistant, paying for all your software a month, the one-time fee for prep and ship, and your Amazon account. So that's it. And so this is me on another trip. This is in Costa Rica at what they call it's like a spa. I forgot the name of it, but the whole spa is built into the base of a volcano, and the volcano is active with smoke billowing out the crater, and the volcano my brain is shut down. It's getting late. So the geothermically warms up the water. So this water is like 80 degrees, and it's almost unbelievable. And all these minerals just recharge your body that's coming directly out of the volcano as it warms up the water. And it's literally just coming down from the top of the volcano, from the rain and the atmosphere. And man, it's just sublime. So here I am just sitting in front of this waterfall, meditating, just letting the water just rush over my body. And I actually sat like this for probably almost an hour, if you can believe it. It was just that meditational. It was just that recharging and beautiful. And then this is me standing on the balcony in Cartagena, just watching the sunset. And you can see I'm literally in a penthouse sitting directly on the beach across the street from the ocean. And so all I do is just walk out the penthouse building and walk directly across the street to the beach. And the sun was like huge because Cartagena is only 6 degrees off the equator in terms of latitude. So when you see that sunset, it's literally the largest sun that you've ever seen in your life because you're so close to the equator. And so that's it. We're going to open things back up for some more questions. And I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. I saw a lot of comments as I was doing the presentation that the presentation was awesome and you really enjoy it. And this is something I really enjoy doing for you guys because this right here is life-changing, knowledge and information. And so that's what I'm here for. I'm here to change 100 people's lives, and then that's it. I'm officially retired. All right, great take. Amazon customers in California will be the first to receive Prime Air drone deliveries. That is correct. Yes, so if you don't know this or not, Amazon has been working on this for years, and that's actually having drones deliver your products. So Amazon isn't stopping. They're just transforming everything. And so they also have this new brick and mortar e-commerce stores that's they have 30 altogether right now. and they're in 5 different states. And the way it works is you just walk in, pick up whatever you want. Let's say you want some chewing gum. So this is the chewing gum that I buy here in the DR. It's in little cubes. You've probably seen this in the United States too. And you walk into Amazon, you pick this up and you walk out. That's it. No self-checkout, no cashiers, no security. Amazon's technology is going to register that you picked this up and that you walked out with it, and then it'll charge you later. And so this is going to be the future of retail. And you want to jump on this now because, one, you want to get started for the 4th quarter because you're going to make more sales than you do all year long. 2, if you get started between now and September the 1st, you'll be able to join my Shopify beta group and get that for free. Who else is going to give you high-level Shopify training for free? Nobody. And I already paid thousands of dollars for this course. Now, one of the courses you probably even heard of is called Ecom Degree University. And it's $1,500 just to get into the course. And then they have 3 or 4 upsells, and I paid for everything. And I purchased a couple of other courses to go with it. One was from the Morrison Brothers. I know a lot of you have already seen stuff from the Morrison Brothers. They do Shopify also, as well as other things. I purchased everybody's course and just condensed all that information together so I could teach it to you for free in my beta group. And last but not least, there's a waiting list. So I'm gonna be in Vegas for 2 weeks, so I can only take on 4 clients this month. So there's only 4 spots available. Usually I take on 8 clients because I can handle 2 clients a week, but I already know I'm going to be in Vegas for 10 days from the 16th to the 26th. So I'm leaving that slot vacant. So I'm only going to do 4 clients this month. So if you want to become part of the Shopify beta group, get this information for free and get started with the Amazon course, then jump on this as soon as possible. Don't drag your feet. I have some people hit me up a day or 2 later, like, okay, I'm ready. And then I got to put them on a waiting list because they don't lost their spot. So remember, I'm only doing 4 spots for the month of August and instead of 8. So you got to jump while the iron is hot. All right, next question, Philly. You're absolutely right, Great Tate. All right, Charles, what's up, Charles? Anybody down to meet in Belize, or we headed to the DR? So yeah, just pull together some friends. You could have them watch the same presentation because PhillyDom records all of these presentations, and send this to your network, send this to your group of friends, and say, hey, listen, Master Wayne has made us an offer that if we pool our money together, he'll come train us all together. And I actually did this one time. I'm gonna tell you a story. I actually did this for free. I used to play volleyball, and I had my volleyball team, 6 men, 6 women. So it was like 12 of us all together. But of course, only 6 were on the court, but we had subs and backups. So we made it all the way to the championship game and lost, but I enjoyed playing with them so much. I treated everybody to Topgolf, and then I treated everybody to like a what's it called, an escape room. And then took everybody out to dinner. And we had such a great time. One of my teammates came up to me afterwards like, okay, Wayne, what the hell do you do for a living? Because you obviously ain't doing what everybody else is doing. So I invited her over, I sat her down, and I taught her how to do it. And then she was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So she was like, well, you should share this with everybody else. I was like, well, I'm not gonna share with everybody, but I'll share with the rest of the team. So I invited everybody over to my house one night, set them down, and gave them the whole presentation and taught them how to do the business. And I did it pro bono for free, but we were friends and we had played volleyball together for years. Now, here's the caveat. Because I taught them all for free, I want you to post, and so it ended up being, everybody didn't even actually want to learn the information. So it only ended up being 4 of them. So put in the chat and in the comment section, out of the 4 that I taught for free, how many do you think were successful? Let's see how well people know their statistics. All right, let's see what we got in the comment section. Out of the 4, how many think were successful? All right, and Philly, go ahead and bring up the next question. And okay, Troy Ballard, do we have to market any products? No. Troy, you don't have to market anything. When you send something into Amazon, I'm going to teach you how to already analyze that product so you'll know whether or not it's selling, and you'll also know how much it's selling per month and how many people are actually already selling it. So the traffic that Amazon is going to give you in terms of customers who want to buy that product is completely free. Free 99 to be exact. Again, that's free 99. That's completely free. That's my slang terminology for completely free. And so Troy, Philly is right, but he cheated because I already told him this in the past, but all 4 failed because they didn't have a stake in the game. They didn't invest any money, or they didn't have to invest any of their time. Yeah, Felicia, it was 0. Philly got it right. So this is what happens when, you know, you don't have any skin in the game. You just don't care. It's like if somebody gave you a car for free, you would appreciate it, but you're not going to value that car as much as if you would have paid your hard-earned own money for that car. So yeah, so I can't teach somebody this high-level information for free because they would never appreciate it and they wouldn't have any skin in the game. So, but when you have to put up your own money, it's like when you pay your own money and you get your first brand new car, man, you keep that thing super clean. You wash it every day. You won't let anybody else drive it. You won't let anybody else look at it nor touch it. And, you know, we take pride in stuff that we have to sacrifice for. But if there's no sacrifice, you're going to just chuck it to the wind because, you know, it's just given to you. And so there's a difference between working for it and just having it given to you. All right, next question. Yeah, Troy, you don't have to spend any money to promote your products. It's going to be free. All right, Spencer, you need not prove anything. I see how smart and strong, Bud. Okay, I guess that you're saying how strong and smart I am. I do hit the gym, you know, 6 days a week. I'm happy to talk later this week. When I wake up in the morning, I never say I want to F up today. For sure, facts. Yeah. So yeah, Spence just hit me up and we'll talk more. You know, I don't mind coming to Belize for another vacation. You know, yeah, matter of fact, I'll just bring my girlfriend with me. Or, you know, I had to downgrade my team, so now I'm down to 1, but I'm looking to upgrade back up to 2. Yeah, I like to have 2 girlfriends at a time. It keeps me busy and out of trouble. All right, next question.
Oh, that look like it's it. I don't see no other questions unless you could scroll through. I don't see. I'm trying to look. I'm looking. Yeah.
Oh, come on, like, Philly, man. You better go find some more questions, man. I got about 5 more minutes of energy left.
I'm looking.
Oh, okay. Spencer said he got to dip out. He got to wake up in the morning. All right, Spencer, nice meeting you. I look forward to talking to you later. All right, but if that's it, we'll go ahead and bring it to an end. I mean, the presentation is recorded, so they'll get an opportunity to watch it back in its entirety. Yep.
Yes.
And don't be yawning, man. You about to give me that yawning disease.
No, I'm all right. I'm gonna be up for a while, so I'm all right.
Okay. Take a 5 energy drink or something.
Yeah. It's just raining out here, man. It's been raining constantly out here.
But go buy that 5 energy drink from my Amazon store, all right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big seller
all
too,
right.
probably.
Hey, what's up, Logan? Yes, sir. So Logan is flying out to the Dominican Republic to get trained in person. And also Ernest Fultz, if you're on, what's up, Ernest? They're both flying out September to get trained in person. And I've had quite a few clients actually do that same exact thing. So if that's something you want to do, if you don't like learning, you know, online or through Zoom sessions, no problem. fly out to the DR and I'll train you in person. All right, so Troy is asking, so why you think people you train failed and no one put in work or money? Because they didn't put in their own money. When, you know, and I was actually, I got another study group that I did also. So I also have 4 clients who actually work for Amazon, and all of them actually failed too, because they actually felt guilty that they were double dipping. They were getting that full-time Amazon paycheck, and at the same time, you know, they were earning money through Amazon FBA, and so, you know, they were getting that good sweet intel though of what customers were buying from Amazon, because some of them worked in the warehouse and all they see was what products were, you know, people were ordering all day long. So they actually should have been the ones who were most successful, but because of guilt, you know, they failed also. All 4 of my free clients failed, and all 4 of my Amazon clients failed for guilt and, you know, no skin in the game. So there's a quote that says, "What is your biggest fear?" And for most people, their biggest fear is that they are powerful beyond measure, and not that they are inadequate. So, and that's true of life. Most people, they're afraid of success. They don't think that they deserve it. So, you know, they demonize the people with money, and, you know, they keep themselves poor like crabs in a barrel. So, but that's it though. I guess we answered all the questions. Philly,
Yes, indeed.
you know, I appreciate you as always, and look forward to chopping it up with you once you get back to the DR.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that was a good presentation tonight, man. It was a good one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I dressed things up a little bit and added the testimonials. I just need to finish adding everything. So yeah, I don't think the volume will work on doing the presentation that way. So, but
okay,
I'm going to send those testimonials over to you. And if you have anybody, if you have a way that you can put them up on the website or add them to this video, then you can do that yourself, so they can see the testimonials in the video feed. But I'll definitely send those over to you.
I can put one on the channel if you want me to.
Actually, yeah, just upload all 3 of the testimonials to the channel so people can watch those and see it.
Okay, not a problem. I can do that.
Yep, and I'll also forward you over some of the testimonials from the Facebook group, and you can just upload all that to the channel. Yeah, man.
Not a problem.
All right, appreciate you.
No
Thanks
problem.
for coming out. Peace, God bless, and good night.
Good night. Everybody take care. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.